people know you, Stevie, through Stevie Richards Fitness, of course. You've had a fitness brand for a while. You guide people in their journeys, I guess, into fitness, not only physically, nutrition-wise as well. Anyway, a photo made the rounds on social media a couple of days ago. Triple H, Paul Levesque. Let's use his real name. He's off the clock. He's Paul Levesque here. He is out in Greece somewhere on the water. He's hired a yacht with his wife Stephanie McMahon and I guess the rest of his family. Anyway, some paparazzi-style photos emerge and have done the rounds on social media the last couple of days. He is not looking as fantastic as he once did, for very understandable reasons, I guess. And it's going to be a multi-pronged question, this really. A few, and you know what these people are like, a few people saying, oh my God, look how fat he is, blah, 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 blah. And, obviously these are all profile, pictureless, nameless people with no accountability, I guess making fun of Triple H because he doesn't look, like he did when he was 23. That being said, you've seen the photos, you've seen the comments. What are you making? It's all a mountain out of the molehill, of course, but what are you making of Triple H's physique and the comments directed to him?
Well, I make it first and foremost when I see the picture, a guy who survived a major medical event and is alive and walking and at least healthy enough to run a company and go on the occasional vacation with his wife on a boat. And it's very sunny, it's very hot, you're going to have a bathing suit on. I can understand that probably Hunter, or say it's Paul, this guy, he's a bodybuilder. He's a big bodybuilding fan. He's followed bodybuilding. He's studied bodybuilding. He's as much or more of a fitness enthusiast as I am. And by the way, I believe he knows how to train better than I do. You know why? He knows how to rehab injuries. He goes to the right people, the Joe DeFranco and other people to train him to recover and train properly. I'm about to go on that journey to hire somebody to build back up the foundation so this back flare up, this disc hitting the nerve or any other spinal issues never happen again, or at least don't happen anywhere near as much. So this guy's an encyclopedia of knowledge that could teach any of these purple egg Twitter people anything about fitness. So let's start off right there. This is a dude that might not or should not be alive today, but he's blessed enough to be alive for his 3 daughters, his wife, and the people in WWE that he's trying to put the best product out there. Do we criticize it? Of course. Do we still think he's a mark for himself when he comes to these things? Yes. This can live and the other opinion can live at the same time. This is a human being, and dare I say it, I would kill to look like that right now because I've been accused of having AIDS. So there you go. I still weigh 188 pounds. I've lost so much muscle that's been incredibly hard to put back on. I'm not making it about me. I'm just saying for that dude to have the schedule he has, and I know he's still working out, but guess what he's working out for? His health, his wellness, his longevity, and the side effect hopefully will be a good physique. Does he have it right now compared to what he had before? No. But like you said in the notes, thank God he's not training to be in the ring again. He's training to be the COO or the chief content officer or whatever it is of WWE. And compare him to any other executive in corporate America, I'd still say he's pretty jacked. So guess what? I'm saying this with 4 to 5 videos saying that Triple H is a mark. Leave the dude alone. He doesn't deserve this. Now you're a public figure, just like people say, I look sick, I look emaciated, and all these other things. We put ourselves out there. When people see me in a tank top and I don't fill it out, I'm opening myself up to say, you look like crap. I understand it. I'm not at the peak of my physical condition, of my fitness level right now. But I as well as Triple H, as well as Paul Levesque, am still recovering from a major medical event, a major medical illness. And this guy deserves a little bit of grace and a little bit of understanding. And I'm telling you right now, I'll bookend it with this. That guy knows more about fitness, health, wellness, nutrition, rehab, recovery than myself and anybody else out there could ever learn.
I think
Oh, they're
people
probably shocked at that, huh?
I think people forget that one, he's in his 50s. I mean, he's very similar age to you, I think, and you know, you've worked out throughout your life. You'll know that you just don't pack on the muscle in your late 40s or 50s like you did in your 20s. I mean, it's harder to, I guess, lift the same you did. You have to make adjustments, and at some point you have to sort of just acquiesce to Father Time. You can't do everything you once did.
Yeah, yeah. And let's say this, okay, for people, we put it out there too. It's obvious throughout wrestling careers of certain people that they've done stuff. They've done PEDs, they've done stuff to either be shredded, big, or big and shredded at the same time. They've done whatever they wanted to do and made that choice, or should I say, excuse me, whatever they felt like they needed to do to get the money, to get the fame, to get the WrestleMania spots, to get the big, like, legends, like career out of that. But when you do steroids, when you do growth hormone, when you do PEDs, guess what you have to do? The work. Still have to eat right. You still have to, actually, it just enables you to push your body further. So actually, you're working out harder. The recovery is better. You're able to do those things. So it's not like he just went in there and did leg press, leg curl, leg extension, calf raises, and grew 60 pounds of muscle. He literally had to destroy his body and work harder, like on an Arnold type level of workouts back then to be able to do that. Now he's on the opposite end. I think he's been quoted like it used to be 75 to 80% of my workout was like the workout, like weights, cardio, whatever. And he goes, now 75 to 80 or more percent of the workout is the prehab warm up and the post workout rehab stuff. And the actual weights and everything are like this much of the workout. And that's when he was working out with Stephanie, Joe DeFranco, great trainer online, by the way. Check out his content. And that's a guy. Also, I couldn't do it, by the way. You work out or you worked all day and all night. Joe DeFranco drives to your home gym at like midnight and you train and you get up early the next morning and do it all over again. So we can criticize him, we can accuse him of certain things, but this right here, it's low-hanging fruit for the wrong reasons. The dude's been through hell, and he still looks pretty damn good. Let's not twist it.
How would you advise, and I know you don't have any direct information about this, but if somebody has had what I think they termed was a major heart event, so basically a heart attack or whatever it was, you know, obviously there's different stages and different seriousness, and apparently it was real touch and go for Triple H. How would you advise him when to get back in the gym, and how do you sort of not cause another heart event, I guess, with the workouts you're doing? How do you adjust?
Well, first and foremost, before we get into that, and we had this edited out on a previous episode, I went through something like this in 2008, nothing to the point of him, but I had to be really careful with my heart after my event happened in 2008, right after I got released from WWE. So high anxiety, all that stuff, and it caused an event in my life. So I have a little bit more understanding. Now I don't have the level of what this guy was like, literally, as he said on that Stephen A. Smith interview, that he was like, whatever, a couple of yards from the goal line of the end of his life, or whatever metaphor he used. That's strictly for a cardiologist. Now, obviously, rest and no stress and nothing that's going to raise your blood pressure, raise your heart rate, an impossibility when you have a passion for the business like Paul Levesque does. But eventually, I think what happens after that is cardio has to become a big part of your fitness journey. Your heart is a muscle. You have to train it. You rest it until the scarring and whatever else goes away, or whatever they might have had to done surgically, maybe. Maybe they had to do something like a bypass or a stent. I don't even know what they did, but it seemed really, really serious at the time. I would definitely think after you're able to rest, recover, you keep your heart rate at a controlled level, and then it needs to be monitored. And then there comes a point, I think, where you really do need to start strengthening that heart. I remember when Scott Hall was live, and he said that his doctor said his heart rate and his blood pressure cannot get above a certain number. So I don't know, with some cases, cardio would be the worst thing. With other cases, strengthen that heart, strengthen the muscle, and do some very low impact and very, I would say, steady state cardio is his friend. HIIT training and going way up and down might be too much stress. And that might be something I recommend for any man my age or any person my age, to be careful not to stress that heart out too much.
I think, just to wrap it up.
By the way, we're not professionals. We're not doctors. We're not offering medical advice. Consult a medical professional. We need to say that disclaimer.
Yeah, obviously he doesn't look like He-Man anymore. He doesn't have to. He's a COO or whatever he is, Chief Creative Officer. He's filming Unreal, constant appearances. He's working every single day, I'm presuming, unless, very, very rarely. The head of WWE Creative has had barely any time off. But the one comedy is that somebody, I know who it was, Andrew Dice Clay on Twitter, posted an image of him 20 years ago from probably the last time he had a day off and he went to the beach. And he's still wearing the same swim shorts 20 years apart, which goes to tell you just how few days off he actually has, that he's not gone through those swim shorts and bought a new pair since. So how hard this dude works. I mean, regardless of what we say about his creative or anything else, I mean, you cannot ever fault the guy's work ethic.
And also, I give it to him that, like, he might be trying to copy my wardrobe like you're trying to copy. You just got the same. I got 3 of the 3-pack from Amazon of swim shorts that I actually wear when I work out. So it looks like the same ones. But to be a multi-millionaire and still be frugal and wearing the same swim shorts, that's, you're part of, dude, just like Taz, we're more alike than you realize, Paul. I'm sorry.